This story is about how I got my first cybersecurity internship. Man, looking back, the journey was very interesting and it taught me a lot. And I think I have something unique to share, so it's really good if you just stick around and enjoy this day in the life and gym content while you're listening to this story. Anyway, starting off with my journey, I have to take you back to around my freshman year of college. And during my first semester of freshman year, I decided that I wasn't sure on what I wanted to study, but I was sure that I didn't want to go in person. And so I started off college in a whole different state to explore the world with my friend in his apartment and do college online. And looking back, that experience alone was a huge learning lesson for me, because I learned so much about living in another area on my own, making new friends, and a lot about myself and like who I am as a person. But anyways, this first semester of college was just primarily just gen ed classes, and I didn't really know what I wanted to study. And moving into second semester, I knew that I probably need to go to a campus, and so I decided to go back to my home state of Michigan. And I thought this was a pretty good move that I made on my own, because I feel like I had, my experience in that other state was coming to an end, and it was good, but I needed to go back home where I had a lot more resources and I could save a lot of money. So now it's second semester, and I'm still taking gen eds, and I'm not fully sure on what I wanted to study. And during the second semester, I remember having a conversation with one of my really close friends, even to this day, about his major, which was computer science. Truly take technology, very interesting, topic. So I started doing research on computer science and how I could maybe become a computer science major, and then what are the job opportunities that come from this. And I started to see how it was a hyper competitive field, and it's only growing in its competition. After doing a little more research, I found out that cybersecurity was very interesting to me, and I was just reflecting on my past, and I remember taking a cybersecurity course in high school, and it was something that piqued my interest then, but I didn't really think of it as a career up until this point. And so I did a little bit more research and came across this YouTube channel called Cyberwalks. And if you don't know who Cyberwalks is and you're a cybersecurity enthusiast, I'd highly recommend that you go look at his channel. They is a young guy like me who's absolutely killing it in the industry, and he's a huge inspiration and almost like a mentor figure to me, even to this day. I remember just binging his videos and just getting greatly inspired, and this drove me to start creating projects of my own. I was interested in cybersecurity, wasn't sure if I wanted to fully major in it, but the only way I would know is if I started to do what cybersecurity professionals do. And so I wanted to build projects and see if I was really interested in the field. And this is a tactic that I would totally recommend to anyone who is maybe considering cybersecurity as a career path, or even just maybe looking to want to learn more about cybersecurity, is build projects. And don't only build projects, but build a project that is interesting to you and what piques your interest, because that way you can learn more, you can dive deeper into the topic, and just get a lot more out of that project that you build. So going back to my story, I remember totally binging his videos and coming across these tutorials on how to set up these cybersecurity detection monitoring labs. And this was like a cloud-based lab where you would get a free trial on a cloud provider, and you would just learn about all the different features and services that this cloud provider offers and how we can make these certain services secure. So that was my freshman year of college. Now sophomore year started, and I knew that I wanted to pursue cybersecurity, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a computer science major. I was looking at completely studying cybersecurity. And so I started to apply to cybersecurity internships, but I knew that it was really challenging to land one. I mean, the market is super saturated, and there's a lot of competition, a lot of highly talented, intelligent individuals who are wanting the same position that you want. And so I knew that I needed to stand out, and so I had to really put a lot of thought into how I can be different from just other individuals. And I wanted to get as much exposure to the industry as possible. And so I thought about it. And then I started researching different cybersecurity meetups near me. And I found a cybersecurity meetup that was exactly 30 minutes away from me in this another city, the city of Ann Arbor. This meetup was actually probably one of the best career decisions I've ever made. During this time, I was able to speak with so many different professionals in the industry, and this really opened up my eyes to seeing how large of an industry the cybersecurity actually is. I was able to meet various engineers who are integrating new technologies into their environment and organization. I was able to get to meet founders who started up companies right near me in Ann Arbor. And I was able to talk to just different people of leadership positions, like chief information security officers who are, creating a security program within their organization. And this kind of just opened up a network for me that I continue to use today, and it really helps me. I remember maybe around November of that semester, I got a strange call one day, and it was from a cybersecurity manager for a nonprofit who was offering me a cybersecurity intern interview. And I put so much pressure on myself. I almost made this my full-time job. Preparing for this interview was pretty much everything I did every waking hour of the day. And I would do this for probably around a week or two. And when the day of the interview finally arrived, I remember just waking up really early in the morning and reviewing all of the questions that I was anticipating on the interviewers asking me. And when it was time to join the Zoom call, I remember seeing the cybersecurity manager and his previous intern who was actually hired in that department, who was now interviewing candidates. And I remember the interview going really smoothly and just it being almost like conversation. After the interview, a few weeks went by and I didn't get any sort of status on my performance during the interview. And I slowly started to forget about me even having this interview. And then I remember vividly, all of a sudden across my screen, I saw, "Congratulations, we'd like to extend you an offer for the cybersecurity intern position." And the best way I can describe my feeling that day was when you get an internship, it truly feels like the first day of the rest of your life. For everyone who made it this far in the video, I hope you got some value out of it. You guys are the real ones who stuck around for the whole time. Please interact with this video, like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you later.